So this next sequence, same thing. We're gonna hit those things that most people have issues with, which is thoracic mobility, shoulder function, hip mobility, even some hip flexor activation stuff that we're gonna go through. And so this one, what I'm gonna start with, same thing. We're gonna use the foam roller. You could use a bunch of books. You could use a medicine ball. So just something to support this knee so we're not rotating. And what you're gonna do here, so notice my back, this leg is locked out. The shoulder is on the ground. I'm gonna punch it up to the ceiling, like imagine locking out that elbow as much as I can, okay? And this is sideline thoracic, internal, external rotation. I'm gonna take my thumb, and from here, I could have something supporting my neck, right? But I don't right now. Ideally you would, but it's not the biggest of deals in the world if you don't. Now, watch, I'm gonna thumb down, touching my knee. So I'm punching this elbow is nice and locked out up to the ceiling, okay? Touch my knee, and I'm gonna turn it the other way, breathe out, and try to touch the ground. Now this first rep, I can't get it, right? I'm gonna go again. So that's opening up my chest, and I'm driving internal and external rotation of that shoulder. Notice I'm constantly pushing my knee down into that pad so it doesn't come off and my back doesn't rotate. So rep number 5, let's see. Almost got it. Okay, so we're just drilling that and opening that up. What's great is that you can just stay in the same position, and now we're gonna do sideline windmill rotations. So we got hand, like almost like you're clapping. I'm gonna slide it, thumb down, breathe out, and come back. And again, right? So we go 10 per side of these, and we go 6 per side of those, okay? And like I said, you can stay in that same position, and you're drilling that shoulder health and that thoracic mobility. Okay, from here, we're gonna go into a quadruped position. We've done this a lot, and you've seen it with the videos too. But what we're gonna do here is just a little bit different, okay? So we're gonna rock back until we get a big stretch. And then what we're gonna do is try to rotate. Imagine that like the femur and my quad is like a rotisserie chicken, okay? So my low back is gonna be flat, and now I'm gonna turn and try to swivel that open. So I actually like to help myself sometimes and just grab and like rotate that as much as I can. And then I'm gonna come back and internally rotate as much as I can. I get on that big toe, think about it, it's a rotisserie chicken. It's swiveling inside of the hip, okay? And I'm gonna do that for 6 repetitions. What I like to do then too is just sit back, okay, as far as I can, keeping that back flat, and I'm gonna walk myself out, and you'll feel a big stretch here, right? So almost, can you get here? Breathe in that position, come back out, and you're here, right? And then you just switch up and go the other side. So that way we're actually teaching our joint, our hip, to internally, externally rotate in the socket by itself without rotating your back. Very, very important for hip health. From here, we're gonna go to one of our favorite drills, which is the 90-90. And we're gonna do what's called, this is called kinetic stretching, right? So there's a lot of things that we can do from here, but this one specifically, we're just gonna drill. And remember, the main thing here is like, I wanna make sure my belly button is turned towards my knee and my sternum. So basically my whole midline of the body is turned towards the knee. This is very important. From here, I'm gonna push my butt cheek back, almost like I'm going into a deadlift. And I'm gonna take my time. I'll notice I'm using my hands because for most people, they need some support. And I'm gonna actively, like I'm using strength, I'm gonna bring my chest to my knee and try to bring knee to my chest. So I'm literally taking 5-6 seconds open. I'm pulling myself down to that knee, pulling myself down, trying to get that knee to my chest. I go as low as I can. I feel that big stretch. And now I'm gonna push away. So when I push away, I'm pushing my knee into the ground and pushing away that position. I'm gonna go again. And push. Okay, notice my whole time the belly button's facing the knee, middle of my chest is facing the knee. Very, very important. So we're gonna do 6 of those and then rotate to the other side and repeat again. Now, I'm more like, you guys can do this twice through. So 6 reps, 6 reps, 6 reps, 6 reps before going into this next drill. Okay, so in this next drill, I'm gonna stand up, okay? And we're gonna do a side lying, we're gonna do a side lunge with overhead reach, right? This is just a movement pattern a lot of people don't address. So I'm going to step into the side here, drop down, okay? I'm feeling this big stretch, okay? Notice I'm pushing my hips back. I'm feeling the stretch in my groin, my adductor. And from here, I'm gonna breathe out and bring my thumbs, shoulders back as much as I can. Okay, so now training that overhead flexion. But now what we're gonna do is glide. Watch, so I'm gonna stay low and I'm gonna slowly glide across, keep my arms out, okay? And then I'm gonna come back up, or you can also, step back up into that position. And then we repeat it again, but now step into the other side. So side lunge, drive those hips back, keep this knee locked out, feel that stretch, breathe out, and glide across, and lock it out, okay? Same thing, push myself up. And we do 6 per side. Notice how slow I'm moving on that side lunge, getting the active stretch going. Okay, from there, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go up to this wall because this is a phenomenal drill we've got from FRC, Functional Range Conditioning. And you want something that you can support yourself on. Wall, preferably even like a rig that you can grab. But I'm just gonna show this drill here. And I wanna stay upright. So number one, I wanna keep my abs engaged. I wanna keep everything nice and on. I'm actually gonna grab here because this handle I can grab a little bit better. And I'm gonna bring my knee as far as I can. Here's the thing, okay? I'm literally gonna pull it as far as I possibly can pull it. Notice, so I'm giving myself support now. Before I start this drill, I'm going to squeeze my back butt cheek. I'm gonna engage my abs. I'm gonna turn everything on. So all of my muscles are working. And I'm slowly gonna let go of this knee, but I'm gonna already start holding where it's at and go. 10, 9, I keep driving up. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and grab again. And we're gonna pull it back up as high as I possibly can and do that drill again. Okay, and you can do that for 2 to 3 repetitions. The goal is to not let the knee drop more than 10% from where it is when you pull it up. Now that's very challenging, okay? But what we're doing, this is why it's such a fantastic drill. Like I do it on the other side as well. Like I'm showing it without support right now, but right? I'm actively trying to push it up. Like I have good posture. So I'm training a lot of different things here. I'm training obviously the other glute stabilizing, but my hip flexor, so above 90 degrees, that always has to work, right? And most people are weak, which is one of the things that contributes to low back pain and not squatting well, not being able to control that squat, and so on and so forth. So you do each set for 2 to 3 sets, so 2 to 3 times 10 seconds, maybe even 8 seconds, okay? So you do the left side, and you do the right side, and you do each one twice through, okay? What you can also then do is not just go straight, but to the side. So once you've done a straight, now we're gonna keep our hips square. I'm gonna open up as far as I can. Remember, everybody's hip is different. And I'm gonna get it tight and let go. Everything is solid, right? Keep driving up, 3, 2, 1, and relax, and pull up again, right? And what's so great about this is, yes, this is mobility and stability and ranges, is that we've done a bunch of different work, and then we're trying to create that isometric, I would say, control in those end ranges. I promise you, if you're doing this consistently, with everything, I mean, it's gonna help you out a ton. You're probably gonna feel sore the next day in your butt cheek and your hip flexor, like, whoa, never felt that, like, or haven't felt that in a long time, because muscles are working in positions that they didn't before. But that combination, like I said, with our 4th mobility flow, if you guys are going through these 4 in a rotating sequence, and you can do it a lot of different ways. You can do, I would say rotate, I would say mobility sequence 1 and 2 for 2 weeks or a month. And then do 3 and 4, and then do those 2 for a month, right? Like you can do 1, 2, 3, 4, like week 1, do 1, week 2. There's a lot of different ways to do it. I prefer, like I said, that you do this consistently on a daily basis and get really good at it and do it really intentionally and you're gonna get the best results out of it.